This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network.
Yeah, yeah.
Got that.
We got that lemon,
Pepper.
lemon.
Pepper.
Got that lemon,
Pepper.
lemon.
Pepper.
We got that lemon,
Pepper.
lemon.
Pepper.
Got that lemon,
Pepper.
lemon.
Pepper.
When I say that I got the sauce, I'm a real lemon pepper boss. When I slide on them in the six, hit the wing spot and get my fix. Feel the love when I see the mix, like a wish, but when I make a wish, love the pussy and it's so nutritious. But the lemon pepper is my favorite dish. Pull up at the wing spot, oh, I'm hungry. Wings speaking at me through the window, say you want me. When I wake, when I sleep, it seems that they haunt me. Gotta get them, gotta have them.
This is the Big and Lazy Podcast. I'm Big. I got my co-host.
Lazy, man, and we back with another one, man. With man, I want you to introduce yourself, man, because I want to get it right, because he speaks highly of you, man.
A real talk.
I just want you to, if it's run off everything you do. If it's not the only thing you do, let us know who you are, brother.
Yeah, most definitely. I am PJ, a.k.a. the Jammin Smokehouse King. You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I do. I run a food truck, and I serve food, barbecue to the city. Not only do I do that, but I also do music, and I'm known by Emadgin, spelled Emadgin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
502, so that's what I did actually before I did this.
Yeah.
I was producer / engineer / artist.
Yeah.
But now I'm just more, I still do the producing and all that stuff, but really I do a lot of the just artistry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to perfect that, so,
That's what's up, man.
but
I've been running into a lot of artists lately, man. I put that on the book the other day that I wanted to get back into music, man. It's just,
It's your sign to come on back.
I think it is, man, because I just be meeting so many unique people that I just can tell you probably got a good sound, bro, because you got a good vibe, you know what I'm saying?
trust.
I'm definitely going to have to tap in, man. So what do you like doing the most? You cooking and being an artist.
Yeah,
I think all of it's artistry.
Right, absolutely. All of it is art, a form of art,
Yeah.
and my self-expression, to the world. But mostly I really like to cook a lot. Obviously, that's, why I own the food truck. But I can't even lie, like going heads and heads, with that is definitely, I just love to do my music, man. It's what I was born to do, you know what I'm saying?
Regardless.
Facts, my niece is actually Mars. Have you ever heard of her?
Yeah.
Marzz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I quote unquote, walked her through the process of getting signed. And her very first song that she ever did, Love Letter, was done
I
in my
remember that.
studio. So that's, then Timberland reached out to her.
Shout out to Timbo.
She signed
man.
to Tim?
Now, she's not signed
Yeah.
to Tim, but Tim, she's done some work with me.
Okay, yeah.
I think he did the same thing with Bryson. Like when he was coming up, he grabbed him real quick, perfected his sound.
Dude, he
That's
killed
amazing,
it.
man.
It's
And it's so legendary. That's a legendary person.
to touch you,
Yeah, real
to
talk.
even reach out to you. Like he reached out to her, like crazy, and
Shout
she
out
got
to Wu,
signed.
man. Shout out to Wu.
yes.
You got to
shout
get
out
on the
to
pod,
Wu,
man. You gotta plug, put a bug in there. It's like, come on to the Big and Lazy.
Say less. I will. That's not
Appreciate
a problem.
that.
She would love to be here. You know what I'm saying? To come and shout out with you.
Man, I wish I would have sat down on some of your music before I came. Because
I didn't know he was an artist.
I'm a music head, man. I love music, man.
I'm mesmerized by the food. I ain't ready about it.
But that's what I said. He's been speaking highly of you
Real
for a
talk.
minute, but I never ran into. But I've been seeing you on the book too, because you followed me once you started. You know what I'm saying? I know bro been mentioning you on here for a minute, man. So it's like,
Thanks, yeah.
So I
appreciate
definitely gotta
it.
try
What's his
it.
name? The cat that comes in the one in the brown.
What's his name? Mike Bombada?
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He came through. He's come through a few times and shouted me out, and I was like,
he spoke highly of you.
I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
yeah,
So you from?
shouts, man, and then you too. You know what I'm saying? Giving me.
I almost jumped out my chair. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. I was at when I first had your food, I was working for a trucking company you was downtown in Norton's, and I seen my guy eating. I said, "What you eating?" He said, "Man, I swear about he had his face buried in the food." I'm like, "Man, you eat it like it's good." So I went down there.
That's all it takes.
Well,
That's all it take.
I bring a little special something for
Okay,
y'all
yeah,
to,
appreciate that.
for y'all to test out and or even show them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show them what it look like.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I mean?
definitely, we
Because
definitely can.
people need to know.
Yeah.
what to get and to stay
You
with.
can bring
Hip
some over now.
Hey, man,
city.
grab
You
him
know what
over
I'm
there.
saying? So like it's kind of it's as y'all know he said it's a big deal. It really is. Because like
Bring the whole.
because it's like if you like good food, this is not something that you want to miss. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the real deal.
Yeah, real deal.
I don't cut no corners on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I got the real talk, man. He don't. Is the first guest and brought us some food. We preach you forever. You in the Wall of Fame, man. You signed the wall, but you in the Wall of Fame. You signed in gold marker or something.
Hey, you can't talk about your product if you don't bring it. You know what I'm talking about?
What's this called right here?
This is called the jerk chicken jammin' fries right there. You know what I'm saying? It comes with fresh cut fries, with a house seasoning. Yeah, there's a fork, you know what I'm talking about, too.
With my African brothers.
Yeah. It comes with the fresh cut fries with the house seasoning that
I
I
can tell
make.
this is made from the soul
Right,
too. It's like
every bit of it,
put
bro.
what
It's touch, you know what I'm saying?
would,
What I would want on it,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
Like, no, dude, my sister used to sit, my mom, my sister, and my granny would sit me down at the table. Not only did I watch them, but they would literally have me dissect
Yeah.
their food and be like, yo, what I put in it. And I would tell them that to be like, how you know that? And blowing their mind.
So where you from? Are you from here?
I'm from here, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's unique to have a unique, way of bringing, the food to life, man. That's
right,
amazing,
bringing our city, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
food to one place to really see what it can really do, what it's supposed to
Yeah.
really taste like, smell like. Because I come from the West End, I come from the South End, I literally lived almost in every part of the city.
Right.
So, but I grew up in the West End, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, around this time, all the way into the end of summer, you talking about barbecue city, you know what I'm talking about? Like every corner you turn,
It is.
you can smell barbecue, you know what I'm saying? And you know the good barbecue, smelling barbecue and the not so good barbecue,
Yeah.
So I kind of grew accustomed to that, and I was like, man, that's something that I really want to do.
Look at my man. So
Producer over here smashing right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Is it just me or does barbecue is always a nostalgia?
Yes,
It is,
It's
right? No matter
it's
where you
very-
at, like
you know what I'm saying? It's very, let me tell you why. Because it's one of the most boldest flavors you
Yeah.
can, as far as chemistry and the combustions actually really happening,
Yeah.
you got like 137 combustions and things of chemistry going on when it
Right,
comes
right.
to barbecue. So like it enlightens your senses more than any
Yeah.
food that there is out there because the flavor comes from the burning of whatever you're cooking with and the
Right.
meat. You got bugs, you got all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff.
yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
matters, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But the flavor is bold, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't
And
really-
everybody can't hop on a grill.
no, absolutely. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Not everybody can smoke food. Not everybody can barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two differences. But when you get to the smoking part, that's when you've mastered barbecuing.
Yeah.
Period.
That's
You know
what
what I'm
I
saying?
said.
Because you have to learn how to master that fire. Once you master that, then you can become a pit master. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
you
can
have-
smoke and
grill
cook
master,
anything.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Exactly.
What kind of wood you use?
Now you're gonna take my secret.
Okay,
You know what I'm talking about? But I give you a small hint, you know what I mean? I use a combination of a few, you know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you, I use a cherry and I use a hickory, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
The third one I will not reveal.
I understand that.
But,
boy's a
those of
real
you who
grill
cook, y'all
master,
know what it
man.
is.
You
You know what I'm
ever-
talking about?
Yeah, you ever had Charles Frey, CJ Soul Food? He was a wizard with that smoker. He smoked steaks. He just passed last year, the year before last. But he was a wizard. He'd only cook on Saturdays and sometimes through the week. But oh my God, he was just a master. Like he had a big, long. That motherfucker had a big 24-foot smoker, and like oh God, he was a
That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to the 1,000-pound smoker. You know what I mean? Hopefully, not this year, but the next year afterwards when I open up the restaurant. You know what I mean?
Oh, you coming for the restaurant? Okay.
What's up,
Open
man?
up a restaurant.
One bite, man. I'm telling you, man. I that's why I stopped. 'Cause I was gonna go in, bro.
eating instead of doing it.
Talking. Man. So you said something that hit a nail on the head for me when you said like the cooking. You want to bring the city together.
Yes, you know
I
what I mean?
always say it's two things in the world besides sex: to bring people together.
It's food.
Food and weed.
You know what I'm talking about?
You ain't gotta know. You ain't gotta know. He could have walked in here. We could have been in a spot somewhere, and he come in and be like, "Man, y'all hungry?
Yeah.
We hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, y'all smoke?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we smoke. You know,
See what's on the tray too.
definitely.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Nah, we didn't.
I bring it both, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
The Jammin Smokehouse.
we brought the
for a
drink.
reason. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you know, the smokehouse and the barbecue.
So how you come up with that name? Because
you heard
because
this.
even when you came in,
Because I love cooking.
yeah,
And I love smoking. Unfortunately, unfortunately, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I just had to bring the two together. I was like, man, look. What? Jammin Smokehouse. Ooh.
Yeah.
And it just rung a bell. I was like, dude, because, you know, I be...
Then when I seen you, I was like, yeah, it's jamming.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's swag together. It's like, you know what I mean? Like everything is going together. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
That's amazing,
you know,
bro.
so-
That's
Do
amazing.
you got any like Caribbean or Jamaican like background?
I actually...
Because the jerk in the food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have Caribbean in the blood. You know, my family actually is from the Morocco Islands and all that shit, and Jamaica too.
Mhm.
So I have a little bit of that in my blood, but I also am Indian. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a mutt. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah, we.
Man, my mom did the ancestry me shit.
Uh-huh.
Ready to blow your mind?
Sent me a picture of a white man.
Oh, wow.
That's your cousin, bro.
That's facts. Like, you know what I
Looked
mean?
up on Facebook and everything.
Oh, man. What up, fam?
I mean, what's up?
Yeah.
Where y'all at?
If you're black, if your black family doesn't have white in it at all, then
Yeah.
I don't know how long your lineage goes back.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's probably very short because, you know, truth be told, we know we make
Yeah,
everything,
things
you know what I'm talking about?
Things happen.
We make everything.
See, my granddaddy, his roots go all the way back to Alabama. So like that's the real black, rich black roots.
Yeah.
My grandmother was a high yellow lady. Like even even in her older days, she could pass for a white woman. My mom light skin, my auntie light skin. You know what I mean? So it's like, shit, we all got good hair and shit. So I always
You know what I'm talking about?
wondered shit about
where,
like
where did
that.
it come from? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Look at myself and I'm like, what?
They said, "Do you think it matters though? If you dating somebody though, let's say y'all dating somebody, would you and you did your own ancestry meet? You think it's like a certainty? Like, hey, shorty, I need to see where you come
I
from.
need it right.
Would it be a deal breaker? Oh, man.
Hey,
I don't know. I don't think so.
she related to Hitler.
Here's my theory on that. We live in a city right now. Like, I might ask a black girl, "Can I see your ancestry?" Just because
Yeah.
we so close here.
Ah,
I don't want to
man,
be dating my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it happens. And
It
people
does.
find out later in life.
Like-
I just seen a TikTok like that.
Facts, bro.
Because a lot of people don't know they daddy side of the family. Because you know what I mean? So,
But you never know who dated who.
yeah.
You like it could be by marriage, but come
You
on,
know what I'm saying?
man.
Or who had an illegitimate kid, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Out of somewhere.
That's why I always say that that's the difference between now and then. Like back in the day, you know, 60s, even before that, but 60s, 70s, it wasn't no social media. So granddaddy got a family across town he taking care of. And you don't find out about your other siblings till you in the barbershop and you 35. Who your daddy?
And
Serious, I found out siblings when for my day side. I found out I was like 28, 29, and like,
Yeah.
and I found out because he went to school with my cousin Michi. You know, he's a little younger. He's about 14, 15. So, but I never really got a chance. I had two younger brothers and sisters. I never got a chance to meet. When he passed, I really can't meet him. And I don't. You know how it is.
I remember you said you had a brother that passed that you never really got to meet.
Yeah, and then he had killed the wing station. Was it COVID 2020 or 21? It was around that time.
Yeah.
So get back. So let me ask you about your artistry, like your music. Like if you could describe your style, like compared to any like artists in the mainstream or people might know, like, well, how would you describe like a similar sound? Get close to the mic.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Mhm.
I come from music, okay? So like here's my true theory on what I am. I am hard to put in a box because I can do anything from Drake to 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Not 21 Savage, but 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I do all kinds of music. I mean, if you look at my page, I'm not kidding you. Like I got songs that are for ladies. I got food music, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I got like a song, it's called Velvet Rose. And like it sounds like something just, completely like beyond what I would normally make. But
Yeah.
I, really try not to put myself in a box because of the fact that I just love music. So I
Yeah.
like to be
And it's always
anywhere.
evolving.
Right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
always evolving. So, and I even got a voice where I do this a little country, not quite
Yeah.
so country, but it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like I've heard people, and I didn't really even think about it until I listened to it. And I was like,
Mhm.
nah, you could be right. It's a little bit of country, but it's not quite.
Yeah.
So I got a few different voices that I use. And with that being said, like, you could like majority of my music is more like pop and R&B,
Yeah.
type stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I also make club music, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Twerk music, all kinds of stuff. I'm kind of everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I try to be very versatile. And, a lot of my music, of course, is for the ladies.
Mhm.
But, guys like it too. Like, what I'm
Right.
saying? I carry, like you said, a specific vibe
Mhm.
that allows everybody to really
Gravitate.
gravitate to it and feel something from it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy is a really big deal, you know what I'm saying, when it
Mhm.
comes to being an artist,
Right.
what you deliver
Uh-huh.
is more than half of the product. Like, because like there's some people that just can't deliver correctly.
Yeah.
And no matter, you know what I'm saying, they could be great, you know what I'm saying? But
That's where you get
sometimes
your great writers that don't have a face to it. They just a name. Like so and so
Exactly.
wrote this, so and so wrote that. You know what I'm
facts,
saying?
so,
So what do you like doing the most? Like producing or because when I had my own studio, that's when I really started like making different type of music. Because
Yeah.
I always like different type of music. Of course, I like the boosie and the trap shit, but like I also like West Coast niggas.
Yeah, yeah.
West, just alternative
Like,
too. Like I've
yeah,
always been into alternative music too. Like what's that song Eminem sample? I love the regular song. Tears fall down.
Yeah.
I used to love that as a kid. Like I used to like play that shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not the
Like, when I
Eminem
was a kid,
version.
people don't realize how much people really vibe to Eminem back in the day.
Yeah.
Like when he first came out, his first album was captivating.
I don't
you know
think his
what I'm saying?
music aged that well though.
My only thing is too much rap. Too
I
much
agree with
rap
that.
is. I love Eminem,
Mhm.
but like he said, like I said on Facebook one day and on social media, I said we all love Eminem, but we just couldn't relate to a bunch of it.
Right. After a while, you know what I'm saying?
know what I'm
Like after a
saying?
while, became the same story over.
You know
and
what I
over.
mean? And-
yeah, he got faster, but the story still.
But he could definitely. My thing is, there's plenty of people that can definitely rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
agree.
when they say Eminem is the greatest, I don't take it from nobody that says that everybody got their own struggles. That's what music is to me. Like what gets you through. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's plenty of great rappers to me. You know what I mean? That can rap. Like if you asking me, I'll take Busta Rhymes over Eminem. But that's just who.
You know,
Man, Buster really can
Yeah.
rap.
Busta can
Just
rap.
at the end of the day, he can really rap. And he can hop on a song with him and bar for bar.
bar for bar with him. Like, you know what I mean?
And then it always goes back
you gotta
to
think about it. Really, Eminem built up to Busta.
yeah.
You know?
From the videos to
you know what I mean?
that's what I was gonna say too. The vibe, like even though it was still wow. Like hi, my name is. The
Right,
videos
right,
yeah.
was make you delirious. But as a kid, it was all captivating. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I catch a lot of flack behind my music shit. Like people be like, man, this motherfucker's
He got
sick,
some
man."
interesting takes, man. On music. Do you like Future? Do you like Future?
Yeah, I like Future
Yeah,
too. You know what I'm talking about?
I like Future too, but I just feel like bro been dropping some dud.
Yeah.
shit. And that's why I say.
I know,
And that's
but
why I
you
say
know.
what you like doing the most because like I said, when I had my own studio, that's when I started doing like really trying to do different music, and then like having to engineer myself and stuff like that. That's a whole nother passion.
Yes.
Engineering, so
right.
like,
It's two different fields, but at the same time, as they
can't have one
you
without
can't
the
have
other.
one without the other. So, like, people don't understand that. Like, really understanding how to even be an engineer or a producer. That even those two are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So being a producer, engineer, and an artist, two different things, same field. You know what I'm saying? So. But what I love, like I said, what I love the most. Okay, so I started off playing the drums first.
Church.
So yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
all the greats start in
Yeah,
church.
I'm
Yeah.
saying facts. So I was in church and my mom put me in the front row and I just was like, would look at these guys.
Yeah.
I swore I told myself if I ever got a shot, I was gonna show them how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I finally got my lessons and boom, there it went. And I was just crazy after that. And then I went to digitally, and I still do the manual drums too when I get a second because I got drums at home. But I've gone down to the beat machines and Fruity Loops, you know what I'm saying?
So you can make beats.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
where I
man.
started wholeheartedly is making beats first. And then I went to the engineering because I had to learn how to record myself, you know what I'm saying? And I did that for about 5-6 years. And then I was like, man, I'm trying to figure out this artistry. And I hopped on the beat one time. My buddy was like, dude, your voice is retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, all right, man, I'm going to try this out. So, but what I love to do most is definitely still making them beats. I find myself beatboxing and I record it still to this day
Yeah,
just so I
to
can
keep the rhythm.
Right, just to keep my rhythms.
I tried
and
to
also,
make beats. I couldn't make beats, bro.
So it's like my template. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I'm hearing a beat and I don't want to lose it, I'll record it and then I'll bring it back up later, go into the studio and I'll drop that. You
That's
know what I'm
talented.
saying? And that's how I generate my beats like right off the head. I'm not a big fan of using a whole lot of samples. Don't get me wrong, I can do it all.
Yeah.
But I love generating original things. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Like
that's what I was gonna say about the future. Like I love music. I'm a music head. I hear shit in the background. That's why I said Chris Brown got the best album out right now.
Yeah.
But Chris is just like the background shit he do when
He's original,
shit
dude,
you don't
you know
think
what I
that you
mean?
don't
Yeah.
people don't hear. I hear that shit. So it's like I understand a great album lyrically and production wise, but sometimes the production overrides the lyrics tenfold.
facts.
Yeah.
Like, Future got a lot of samples on there, and that's what gets you into it. Like, that takes you back. I'm a sucker for that too. Like, if I might not like you as an artist, but if you can drop a good sample,
And you go,
you
good,
probably got
you know what I'm
me,
saying?
you know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying?
And samples are, I'm not hating on samples because, like I
Yeah.
said, I love music. So, there's no getting around the sampleage, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry, period. People are using them. That's what makes old songs new. is
Yeah. And sometimes you don't have something without the old.
without the old. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, to be completely honest, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing that we are doing now hasn't been done before.
Facts.
It's just we may not have heard it or discovered it because it may be a little older than what we are. You know what I'm saying? But before before we were here, there was other people generating all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And we just, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know that as far as what we're doing in that music industry, there's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It's just redone, revamped, and put a little bit of new energy to it.
Yeah,
but,
new flair to it.
new flair, but it's really, if you go back and look at even all these artists that are really popping and some of their songs that have even made it big, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll find that they were songs that were already done, you know what I'm saying? And it blows my mind. I'm like, dude, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Until I got into the music myself, and I really started discovering, what was really happening.
It still blows my mind.
It still blows my mind. Facts, you know what I mean?
Because like I'm a sucker for stories. Like once I
real
hear a
talk.
good story on the pod, I'm like, man, I didn't know he wrote that or that sent like hearing Tank was on that on that Aaliyah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
Yeah, that's Tank. You feel me? Got a writing credit for that. Even let's come closer in the time. The King Vori sample on Don't. They had the same beat. Bryson and Vori, they was friends. They had a song on the same beat, which is the Don't beat.
Yeah.
And one day I was on Pandora when I worked at G. This is years ago, and I heard Don't, but it wasn't called Don't. It was something by King Vori.
Yeah.
But Bryson blew up, so he was like, "Nah, you my homie." So look, I'm gonna just do it at the end. H-Town got me feeling so throw.
Yeah.
That's
Vori?
Vori.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got his first writing credit off at Easy Meal.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Easy
saying?
Meal.
Yeah, that went big too.
I'm a sucker for shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You never know, like, cause you be like you said, it's
That's why my son be
That
like,
dropped 10 years ago.
how's
That's
R. Kelly
crazy
the
that it ain't that long.
how's R. Kelly the GOAT, Dad? He ain't never came
Hey,
out
you
like
know what I'm
Michael
talking about?
Jackson.
Hey, check
and
this
just
out.
stood there. I said he wrote for Michael Jackson.
Right, facts.
out.
People don't understand how you know, I know R. Kelly's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come
A lot
on,
of
we all
fucked
know.
up motherfuckers, man.
But he is one of the baddest
Motherfuckers ever.
fucking writers that
Yes.
the world has ever seen. Before, you know what I'm talking about, these cats is getting it pumping now.
Yeah.
It was R. Kelly getting it pumping.
I
You
probably
know what I'm
wouldn't be here
saying?
if it
Like,
wasn't for R.
you know what I'm
Kelly.
talking about? Like, look. So, see, here's my theory, because I'm a big songwriter.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Like, don't get me wrong, I know there's some great artists out there, but a lot of the big artists out there, you know what I'm saying, are not quite original. And I even hate to mention the name, but I'd say Beyonce. Like, she's like, of course, Tiffany Red.
Watch
You
out.
know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? She's known to not like really, you know, write original songs. She's known for taking songs and making them big, you know. And I just think that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mary J used to do that. She
Yeah,
used to do-
right. You know what I mean, dude? You'd be surprised. It's more than that. I don't.
Yeah.
That is a whole nother topic. But you know, I consider myself something like R. Kelly because
Yeah.
I've been doing this music stuff for a long time. I know a lot of people in it. And even still, like, you know, when I go into the studio, it's very few artists when you hear them that are like from top to bottom, their songs are almost perfect. That's not common. It's not, it's a very uncommon thing. And you know, everybody's trying to do this whole trending thing. But if somebody would jump out of the box and try to actually just, you know, not try to follow trend, you know what I'm saying? They might find themselves in a different situation.
Right.
And that's what I like for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because
Nobody can take it away from you.
Right, you know, I come from an era of listening to the greats, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for our family, my family particularly, that's all we really are known for, like, is music, hugely. Like you hear the Jones family, excuse me, and people are like, "Oh, y'all the family does all the music. That's what we're known for." And, you know, even still to this day, my niece in the music industry, like the ear is there. That's what we do. But you know, when I write a song, I try to, I don't know, I just try to keep it simple, but simple is really the best way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
less is
saying?
more.
Right, less is more. You know, but I also try to captivate. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my simplest things. So I just made a song just recently. You know what I'm saying? It's called "Tell Me." You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I did it this particular way because I don't really try to follow trends or nothing like that. But I'm trying to see what happens if I follow trends or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, honest opinion.
I'm got an exclusive.
You know,
Exclusive.
Exactly. A very
Put
exclusive.
this on the spot.
I'm gonna play it, and I want y'all to tell me who y'all think I sound like, and would y'all fuck with it if y'all ever heard it.
All right.
And this is shout out to my homeboy Latray and his beats. He's a bad man. And this, of course, lady song, but
Yeah.
Tell me, where can I find you? Tell me, your precious desire. You got to tell me that's my plan.
Okay.
But
Yes,
you
sir.
I can hear a little warrior in there.
Yeah.
A beautiful body like island, caressing your mountains with my hands. 'Cause I need your beautiful heart, and I need the deepest part.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
with it.
Like you said, it's simple, but it's plenty.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, it don't need to be crazy all the time. I mean,
Right,
don't get me
right.
wrong. Like I said, I got songs that are way more energetic. But this is a very simple one, you know what I'm saying, that has a particular vibe that I feel like, it's not too much, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just enough to captivate, you know what I'm saying? In the right moments,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And the right people, because it's some people that don't like all of that all the time.
Right.
My car stay on 101.3. I'm
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie though, like I'm Chris Brown,
Yeah.
Summer Walker.
Yeah.
Like I have my times where I just, you feel me, if Summer come on or SZA,
Yeah.
some bad women right there, you know what I'm saying? They can say what they want about Summer Walker. I feel like Summer Walker's the best R&B
Yes.
female wise. You know what I'm saying?
See, and if you like the Summer Walker, you'll
Yeah.
love Mars. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
what everybody's like. Summer Walker Mars. That was like
Yeah, definitely.
going heads up for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
So if you could pick, I always say this and everybody be like, man, that's hard. But if you could pick your favorite song of all times or a top 3, what would it be?
Across any genres or any eras.
Number 1, Music Soul Child, Love.
Ooh,
That
a good song.
motherfucker was so. It still is one of the hardest songs.
Wedding
ever.
song.
Like, yeah.
It's a great song, ain't it?
Makeup song.
Yeah.
Like all that. It's all that.
And he's very underrated as a
Very
writer and
underrated.
singer.
You know what I mean? Like, yes. But when he performs live, it's a whole nother story. Like, I seen him at the Funk Fest. Don't get me
Damn.
wrong, it was fire. But like, I don't know what he was doing. Like,
Damn.
I was like, music.
Yeah.
Calm down. Like,
Yeah.
he was really
Jeremiah did that at
everywhere.
the verses.
right.
That pissed me off because I love Jeremiah.
Right, I know. Like,
He
I feel
told him
like
not to do it.
Yeah, he did. Mario said, "Don't do that shit, bro.
Yeah, don't do
his
it.
runs, okay. So here's what killed me with music. Like his runs, it just didn't know how to like stop him. I was just like,
Yeah.
"Bruh, why? That's not how you normally sound. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
I hate that for people.
Yes, you know,
'Cause people
please
like
sound
Anthony
like what you
Hamilton.
sound like,
Jill Scott, they gon' Fantasia, they gon' sing on and off that track, man. Like, to me, that's what makes you
a great.
a great.
Is if you sound like what you sound like.
Like Chris
off
Brown, that
of,
nigga
you know what I'm
gon'
saying?
dance and sing at the same time. We haven't seen it since Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
Sing and dance
Right,
at the same
time, it don't.
top tier. Like we love Usher.
Good shape, man.
I always say we love Usher.
You said-
Everybody know where he was 7 o'clock on the dot.
I know.
We love the hits.
You don't think he sang in there?
You don't have to call. Sing. What you say?
You don't think he sings in there? You don't think he?
No, I think he's great.
Yeah.
But I don't think nobody could do it like bruh.
Chris,
Nobody.
I don't know.
I just don't think nobody could do it like bruh. I mean, Usher had shit that we didn't fuck with.
Yeah.
Ready to sign them papers. Daddy's home. I'm for me. You know what I'm saying? But Chris, I was a young boy when Chris came out with Yo. Tell me,
Yeah, it
fellas,
was.
have you seen it? And since then, when has he missed?
Yeah,
He
he
can't miss. He's uncanceled. He can't cancel him. He win awards. He can't even show up.
Damn. Well, let me before we go on, let me give you follow us on YouTube,
Yes, sir.
subscribe, like, comment. We on Instagram, we on Apple Podcasts, we on Spot, everywhere you can find we on Facebook, TikTok, anywhere and everywhere. Big and Lazy. Like, subscribe, share, watch this video. Whatever. But you said your number 1 song was Music Soul Child.
number 1.
Who's your 2 and 3?
Number 2 is I'm gonna have to say Brandy. Her Full Moon album.
Oh man, it was a great album. My mama
Oh
played the
my
shit out of
goodness.
it.
Like you could feel her soul, her emotions literally hung out
Yeah.
so far. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
in
gotta
that
check that out.
album. Like I could not still to this day, like some of that shit like hits me so deep. I'm like, I
Yeah.
just gotta go into my own little section and let it out,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she's so underrated. She's so cold, okay? Like she's probably one of the first beyond, after Whitney Houston to
Yeah.
really really
And we fuck
do
with
it.
Moesha.
Yeah, facts, I
Come
mean,
on, that's
facts, but Whitney Houston noticed her
Yeah.
beautiful talent, her gift. It's not a talent because she wasn't taught to do this. It's a
Right,
straight
right.
gift.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? When you do things like this from birth like that, that's a gift. You know what I mean? And it's so powerful, you can feel it in your bones. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Whitney Houston and Brandy. Like when you hear their voices, it sends a different not harmonic emotion
Yeah.
to you. You know what I'm saying? That not a lot of singers can do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because singers can sing and singers can do what they do, but some of them just hit so deep. It just sends a different, like I said, harmony to
Yeah.
your soul that you can't get away from. And I feel like Brandy did that for me. She still does that to me, like, you know,
She done
to
got
this
better,
day.
too.
Yeah, she's gotten
Yeah.
better, and she's
She look
just,
better and sound
yeah,
better.
she's phenomenal. Okay,
And they made us Whitney and Brandy made a young guy like me watch Cinderella.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, that was
Whitney was in that Cinderella?
what?
That was Whitney?
What?
Damn, I guess I did. That was So who was
Whitney and
Whitney?
Brandy. She was the fella. Am I
the
saying it right?
godmother.
Am I saying it right? Cinderella, yeah, the black Cinderella, yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know she was in
She
it,
was the
really.
godmother that came and like you can go out. Yeah,
I'm watching that when I get home.
yeah.
Disney
You
Plus.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so not to get off track, but man, how y'all feel about? Did y'all watch the On the Set about the Nickelodeon and shit like that?
Oh,
Nah,
man.
I haven't.
I ain't watched it, man, but
It's
supposed to be terrible.
It's
supposed to
terrible.
ruin everybody's childhood with all that.
It's gonna ruin everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
said
gonna-
Drake Bell was he did it. He's the one that came out with
I watched
with
it.
the
It's-
interview. You did?
Yeah, I watched it. He said, so mainly it was Drake Bell. The mainly focus on was Drake Bell and Amanda Bynes. They was the biggest.
Yeah, Amanda told us though years ago.
Yes, they was the biggest assault. But they got it. I ain't say they got it the worst, but they was
Yeah.
And he said it started. He said he woke up. He was over Brian Peck's house. That was the dude that was the
He was like a dialogue
coach. And he woke up. He said, I woke up to him sexually assaulting me. And they said, what happened? Like, he said, imagine the worst way anybody can get sexually assaulted and times it by 3. And he said it's dark. He said it went on for like 3 or 4 years. So
Yeah.
until
They
one
said
day,
that the dad was like, man, stop leaving him with him. But they made it to where the dad and the mom broke up, and the dad was at the picture.
yeah, because the daddy peeped like he's kind of off. So the predator put it into Josh Bell's ear. Serious, I forgot his name. He put it in his ear like your daddy's trying to steal your money. I wouldn't let him manage me. So he trying to drove a wedge between him and his dad. And but yeah, go check it out. It's called Quiet on the Set. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't watch it because Surviving R. Kelly tried me.
Yeah,
I didn't see.
My
I didn't
thing
watch that.
is, I grew up with, like I said,
That's why I said, man, he's messed up, but dude.
but that's why I said I grew up in a real way. Like I be seeing people that I feel like that's not sane or don't have it all. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I didn't get past the first 2 episodes of R. Kelly because I'm like, where the fuck is the parents?
How could you?
Like when he said R. Kelly for me, I'm not mad at the nigga. Me. Cause for one, he ain't rolled up in a van. You want some candy? Get up here.
He
You feel
wasn't
me?
one of those.
Man,
you know what I'm
after
saying?
when was his trial? What, 05, 04?
It was something like that.
Yeah.
I was saying
After that, after the allegations in the 90s, and then he go to trial and everybody's passing around a VHS of him sexual assaulting somebody, and he get off. Why are y'all letting anybody go with this man?
right.
Am I-
We seen everybody seen
come on now.
Right, I agree.
I said they should have locked. If they gonna lock him up,
Like
they should have locked his ass. They should have locked everybody up on the.
Yeah.
On the-
Well, I took him to.
everybody that he-
I saw him do this.
Yeah.
They should have
you know
been.
what I
They
mean?
should have locked R. Kelly up after
know,
trapped
they-
in the closet.
Like you
When he
said,
did Trapped in the
he was
Closet?
greasing too many palms.
They were
Yeah.
extorting that man for years.
Right
Yeah.
for his money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the sad part of, like you said,
Yeah.
they won't use that word at all. They
Yeah.
was extorting him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was lining their pockets, feeding them, you know what I'm saying? Feeding their families. And I know everybody's got to feed your family.
Yeah.
But dude, when it comes to the cost of,
Your
little
child.
girls
Yeah.
being taken advantage
No
of,
price on that.
you know what I'm saying? Dude,
No.
come on, man.
The
Because
daddy-
if you talking about me and my little girls, bro, don't play with me.
Yeah,
I
it's
know too
on.
many niggas and got too many guns.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
on.
I'm gonna see you. I'm not
Master
playing
P
like
said
I'm
that
gonna
on the
murder
CNN.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? To get to my daughter out of your hands,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen. I'm
Master P
sorry.
said
I'm
it
gonna
on
come in there with them
CNN.
guns and I'm gonna do something bad to
You
everybody.
got
just
to, though.
protect you.
Yeah.
But like P said, he was like, y'all good. This is on CNN. Y'all going off and y'all saying all this extra stuff. He's like, first of all, I would have been on no news and saying what my daughter is, what's going on. I'd have been at the door.
Right.
talking
Yeah.
about,
You know what
like,
I'm saying?
cause,
If I take you from here and you go
Cause
back,
I
that's
promise
between
you, come
you.
up, bro, with that kind of
Come on, man.
artillery, man. Niggas is gonna be like, bro, I feel you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know
They ain't about to lay down their
extort
life for
these
something. Like, bro,
kids,
I'll lay you
man.
down right now.
Man.
I'm saying for mine, I'm not playing.
Like the daddy that killed the. You ever seen that old video? The a karate coach kidnapped the kid, sexual assaulted him, and they locked him up. This is like 80s, and the daddy was outside of the courtroom acting like he was on the phone.
Airport.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Airport.
And they
acting
was
like he
bringing
was
him
on
back
the phone.
in somewhere and blew his head right
On camera, on
national TV.
national TV.
Forgot his name.
Here's the guy that sexually assaulted. Bow.
Yeah.
On camera.
Like, ain't nobody playing. Like,
You feel me?
I risk my life for that.
Come on,
That's,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm supposed to do.
I watched a documentary. It was some years back. It might be the sickest shit I ever watched. It was on Netflix. It was called, was it Neighbor Next Door, Danger Next Door, something along that nature.
Man,
So the
fucking hurt.
the pedophile messed with the daughter, kidnapped the daughter, took her to Mexico, yada, yada, yada. No lie, can't make his up. So he gets caught and go, with the whoop whoop. He ends up having sex with the whole family, the predator.
What?
He had sex with the mama. He had sex with the dad. Serious. This is on Netflix. The mama story. Serious. The mama said, I went up to the lake house and to talk about him molesting my daughter, and next thing you know, we're making love. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
He got the magic stick.
Yeah. Then the daddy. Oh, we rode somewhere and
Nah.
he got up and I gave him some relief in the hand job. I'm like,
It's kind
that's kind of it's the wild.
Dude got to be rich or something. Look.
I don't know.
Why you doing this to my daughter? Listen.
Damn, look. I think they was inbred or slow. So
It got to be slow though for fuck the whole family.
so then he told the parents. Here's where it gets. I tried to cut it off right here. He told the
Or did you?
parents.
No, I'm just
Yeah, I had to cut it off. He told the parents that part of my therapy is to sleep with your daughter. So they upstairs and they sleeping down. He's sleeping down with like a 12, 13-year-old daughter. Like, it's the weirdest shit out. They try to make a part 2 to it, but I'm like,
Nah, that's
so that was some wild. I think it's Stranger Next Door or something, man. It might still be on there. I'm gonna look it up.
the things that we don't know about this world will fuck you up, man. Because it's some crazy. Like that's a crazy story, but to some people that's normal. If you in a certain field, like my wife said, the worst thing. Not my wife. This lady told me the worst thing because my wife used to work with kids at Central State. I mean, the Brook and shit like that, and she worked at Central State.
Mm-hmm.
But this girl used to come and get her locks done, and she works at the ER in Lex, like the out of U of L. She work at the UK hospital,
Yeah.
or whatever. And she said the worst thing that comes through the ER is kids.
Wow.
What people be doing to kids. She said she had a kid one time, and I ain't gonna say boy or girl, but somebody done stuck something up in the kid, and it's stuck, and
Wow.
you feel me? Like, and she sees that shit every day. She's like, seeing grown people is like, cool, okay, you can save them or you can't, but seeing kids that have no choice of
Innocent, right?
going through, man,
Yeah.
it's a fucked up game,
I
man.
worked with a coworker, and she used to work for CPS, and she said that's one of the worst sounds she ever heard. Like because she had to go take the kids, like hearing that cry, that scream, not like, you know what I mean? She said, and she had to quit, like she couldn't do it, like she just, that sound like mommy, kids getting ripped away from the, you know what I mean?
Even some kids that need to leave because they're being abused, some of them don't want to go.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, because that's all they know. You know what I mean? Messed up.
But
So, go ahead.
okay, you said something about country, and I it might sound funny, but I always hear country in certain artists. Like they could definitely do country. Like I feel like Gates,
He dropped the country track, didn't he?
he hopped on a country track,
Uh-huh.
but I just be feeling like the shit he say. I'm like, man, that sound like some like if he switched that beat,
Yeah.
it'd be completely country, dog. Like it might be the slang, how he say his words and kind of sing to a melodic.
That's what it is.
And that pain, maybe, because country's all about pain and passion.
Pain, passion, and love. You know what I mean?
Blues,
Like love,
you know.
sad songs. You know what I'm saying, about love a lot of the time. You know.
And if it ain't, it's dancing. That's,
Right.
Getting down.
Drinking some whiskey.
So,
Yeah.
right. You know, talking about the good old days.
But
you know
those
what I'm
are
saying?
our roots too. We can't. That's
Right,
why
we
when they
can't
did
get
that to
away from
Beyonce,
them.
I'm like, man,
You know,
Beyonce's
some of
from
the
Texas.
some
like,
of the first cowboys in the world were black men.
Yeah.
So don't people, think they see a cowboy supposed to be a white man on, it's
Right.
not that's not exactly true.
Some of the first.
And still some of the baddest cowboys to this day
yeah, with black.
are black men, dude. I'm trying to tell you right now.
What's that movie on Netflix that was showing us about the black cowboy?
Wait, had Idris Elba in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Your
was it
boy
never-
from ATL?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name of it. I know what you're talking about.
You know.
I seen it at Houston. I follow a couple pages. It's like a Houston, a black rodeo down in Houston. I'm like,
yeah.
you talking about some beautiful
yeah.
women.
It's, the Cowboys, black Cowboys are pretty big down in Houston, of course, still.
Man, so
You ever been to Houston?
I've never been to Houston, you know what I'm saying? Never, but I intend on going. It's, not a bucket list, but, something that I'm going to do.
What's your favorite place to travel to?
Right now, I would have to say Puerto Rico.
There you go.
Phenomenal place. The culture, the people,
The food.
the atmosphere.
Yeah. Food not like that?
Food, not so much. They got this shit called mofongo, and I'm like, that shit straight from buffongo, straight from your ass. Eat that shit.
Damn.
I don't know. It's like this plantain, almost like a plantain mashed potato thing. I don't know what it is. It's awful.
Man.
It is the most awful thing.
Bananas and mashed potatoes?
You ever?
No, it's okay. It's plantain, but it don't. We know bananas
Yeah.
derived from plantains,
Yeah.
but plantains are completely different tastes. You know what I'm saying?
they
So
are.
they use the unripe plantains. You know what I'm saying? And they make this stuff called mofongo, and it is nasty. It's just awful. I can't even really explain it. It's like taking paste and poker chips and put them together.
I had lamb chops for the first time, and I wasn't impressed.
Okay, so where'd you get them?
I just
you didn't
somebody
come see
came in.
me.
Yeah, somebody came in the shop.
See
and
Big
had
Dog,
some.
man.
Somebody came in the because I got a barbershop, and so somebody came in and was like, "What's?" I'm like, "Man, I never had none." I'm like, "Here, take a piece." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Ah,
Yeah, they
it's
have
like a person,
he said it tastes like a person.
It's like a missing person."
No. Okay, so lamb chops are good. They have to be properly done. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the best way to do lamb chops, you want to marinate them still.
Right.
Because they still have that, game taste, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you're not used to it, it's gonna stick out.
Kind of like goat, because I worked at the rooftop.
Yeah.
My last job before I got a barbershop was the rooftop grill.
Yeah, it's very similar, you know what I'm
Goat
saying?
was kind of like,
It's gamey, you know what I'm saying? And it can be gamey if you don't cook it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you cook it with the right things, you can get that game taste out.
Right.
I'm gonna teach you a trick. Milk. Soak it in milk. You know what I'm
In
saying?
milk?
Milk. It takes the game flavor out of any game all the way to deer.
How long would you soak it? Like with
Soak it
overnight?
overnight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Overnight soak. That thickness of that milk pushes all of that shit out of the pores of the meat.
Message.
There we go. But let me ask you this. This is kind of on a different subject. Like, do you prefer when you barbecuing? Because I consider myself I ain't gonna say a pit master, but I can do my thing on the grill.
Yeah.
Do you prefer wet marinades or dry marinades?
It depends on the meat.
Okay, depends on the meat.
Depends on the meat and what I'm trying to do. But I would have to say I've had better outcomes with dry.
Right.
But it really just depends on the meat. Like that's all I can really say. For like lamb or something like that, if I was to smoke it wet. Because, like I said, you're gonna have that. It's gonna push out that gamey stuff, so you're gonna need that, that liquidy marinade to kind of come back into the meat after I pushed it out with the milk. You know what I'm saying? So, it just depends on what you're doing and what kind of meat it is. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about chicken, I would go and if you're trying to get a more smoky flavor, I would go with dry. If you're trying to get like a more herbaceous kind of garlic-ish kind of thing, then you want to go with a wet kind of paste. You know what I'm saying? Kind of marinade kind of sort of thing.
The paste.
You know what I'm saying? I would go, especially the paste is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because branches both of those worlds. You get the dry and you get the wet,
Mhm.
but it's not too much of either. You know what I'm saying? So that paste, when it comes to chickens, your shrimps, your fish,
Yeah.
use paste. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Make a paste with it. So it's
Mhm.
gonna stick to it and it's not gonna run off. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, oh, I wonder if it actually worked.
Yeah.
That paste is gonna cancel it all the way out because it ain't gonna have a chance to run. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you want to use those paste. You know what I'm saying? That paste marinade. If I was gonna use a wet, I would probably make it more of a paste than a wet. If that,
My boy be
Okay.
roasting pigs, man.
yeah.
He roasts pigs in the summer. In the summer, man, he try to get me to come over and have a whole pig in the backyard, man, a whole pit.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
But I do my thing on the grill, but I ain't getting the whole pig though.
Cause that one day, man, you made me mad.
What's that?
He said it to us though. He was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna bust out the steaks." And
Yeah.
but it was for breakfast.
Yeah, it was breakfast. Yep.
And that shit looked so good on the story. I was like, this
I
nigga.
had the bacon wrap fillets.
Yeah.
I got this good rub I get from Kroger's. It's pre-made, but oh my god, it turned out so good. Yeah.
Kroger's got some good rubs.
Yeah, that's some good rubs.
Fact.
Man, I got a
Casey
Kroger
flavor.
section in my
Mm-hmm.
kitchen. My wife goes crazy at Kroger's. Like, she'll be in that aisle for like 30 minutes. Just like, you feel me? Because my wife, contrary, I don't fuck with the grill. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can make some burgers or something, smoke some hot dogs or something.
Keep it simple, but
But my wife, like, I remember, like, growing up, I would hit her up, like, what's going on? Nothing. What you eating tonight? We kids. Oh, my dad's grilling, middle of the week,
yeah,
winter.
type. Me.
She comes
It's
from
me
that.
right
You know what
there.
I mean?
Like that's all I know. Like
She
for real,
comes
for
from
real.
that. She said her dad would grill anytime she wanted, but she would have to prep the meat.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So my wife, man, make a mean steak, whatever.
Yeah.
On the grill, breakfast, griddle.
So she's the grill master. Of the family?
Man, my homie came over one day, we chilling. He was like, "So, thought you said you was starting to grill." Like, nigga, I smell it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, nigga, it's wifey.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't grill?
Yeah.
Like, ain't no gender roles over here.
Right.
We hungry. She cooks. So.
You married too, right?
No.
No,
Not
okay.
married. Long story short, I got commitment,
Mm-hmm.
but haven't found the right one to really put a ring on it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
Why you think that is though? Like, you think it's where we at?
You working
or-
with at the
It's yeah.
Okay.
I got a lady. You know what
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
We just not married, and we've been together for almost 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't say almost 4. It's like 3.5 years.
jamming?
Yeah. Plus, y'all know about the jammin' juices. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'll make them too. You know what I mean? Licensed to do it. Don't worry about it. I got you. But yeah, we just. I don't know. I can't do it yet.
Yeah.
Ain't wrong.
You mind me asking how old are you?
I'm actually 39. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm an old cat now.
No, you ain't
Nigga,
old, man.
OG, the new OG.
Yeah, I said that the other day, man. We the new adults.
Right.
Nuts.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? It's
But like 39, like I always tell people, like, man, like I be mad reading the Bible. So and so was 800 years old. He had 62 kids
Talking
in
about it the
32
other day.
weeks. And
Moses had this
Come
old.
on. Moses was 400.
He was retarded. Like
Come on,
stop
now.
playing. But they say that genetics was different then.
Nah.
Yeah,
I be really like trying to connect. Like, God, 800
Hey,
don't sound too
we do have to
bad.
take into a fact that GMOs did not exist back then,
Facts.
and things were different.
You say GMOs?
Yes.
It's something in the food, ain't it? It's
Yes,
it's
genetically modified foods and the way we eat
Yeah.
Yeah.
is completely different than what was happening back then.
What I don't get. Okay, why I gotta pay for what? Shouldn't all fruits and vegetables be organic? Why
You
is
sound like Orlando Brown.
why is organic gotta be extra to what am I else am I? You know what I mean? If it's a regular apple, so what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a difference in,
That's fucking crazy.
what we eating, versus what we know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What should be. Like the organics are things that grown without all their extra bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your genetically modified food and they just like tomato. You know what I'm saying? They don't even tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not organic. You know, they just like tomato because they just stuck it into a hydroponic machine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they grow it with all these extra nutrients
Pizza
and
rolls
shit,
and
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Right?
Yeah.
Pizza rolls, old man's toes, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff. You know,
Real.
they put everything
You
in
never
this
know,
stuff.
man.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? You know, literally you got to think about, you know, the humanly things that go into these things, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, that we're consuming. So it's all genetically modified, you know, to make things taste better, look better, seem better, but are not better, you know what I'm saying, for us. So, you know, versus what was going on back then, they barely ate meat because hunting, you know what I'm saying, like, you know,
Nah,
yeah,
facts.
they had tools, things was happening back then that they would not believe what was happening
Yeah.
because, you know, I mean, shit, they was building pyramids back then. The tech was out of this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they weren't eating the same that we were eating. Like, you know, yes, they farmed animals and stuff like this,
Yeah.
but it was still very
But even in like the King Tut era, this is why history was my shit. Just I can sit back all day and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? But King Tut, he was a young man when he died. You know what I'm saying? That was like pushing towards away from like the Babel era too. Like even though a lot of us in the Babel, but that's still like it was like modern technology and shit like
It
that.
was
Like,
more a you're right, a tech.
but when I watch Moses, I mean, when I watch Noah, and you know, we can't really take it word for word or screen flick for flick or whatever with a movie in the Bible. You know what I mean? But like they was amazed when somebody ate something of the earth. Like, oh, you just ate a beast.
Right.
What did you just eat? What did you just? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. At Babel, it be taking me some places, but that always makes me jealous. So and so lived to be 8,200 years old. Real talk. He had sons of sons and daughters of daughters that all lived to be 560.
Man.
God, what happened? What changed?
So let me ask you this. This is we all ask all artists this. If you had a blank check, if you could have a beat from anybody and a feature from anybody,
Dead or alive? Any
who would
gentleman?
it be?
Okay, so my niece got to intermingle with Timberland, but Timberland is still one of he's that guy for me.
Yeah.
And I'm still jealous of my niece. I'm like, man, I wish I was with you on that because like you got to meet my dude of all dudes, Timberland. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to beat from Timberland. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to work with him one time.
Yeah, super
ever.
unique, super original.
Man,
The
like
baby cry.
you know what I mean? Like I have to have Tim. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that guy for me.
Yeah.
You know, if I was to ever have to meet and you know have do my sound like that will be the guy.
And you don't mind them hopping on your track neither. Like, even if it's just been a long time.
Right,
He never fucked up a track. Like, Diddy hop on, take that. Ah, man, get out of here with all that, man.
I know Diddy. People hate Diddy get on the track. He's on the.
He just left the country.
Yep.
The feds is
raiding his cribs.
Yeah, they
Elite today.
Look, I believe it.
I believe. Yeah,
This man is going through. Whoo.
Yeah.
he
Do you believe that? Do you believe the allegations?
Do I?
Yeah.
For as many of them there is, how can I not?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's my thing. Like, is another, you know, your boy that got killed in prison to watch Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's a lot. Too many names is coming up, bruh. And they ones that, and not only that, like you can follow the trails of them staying with him.
Yeah.
And it's all the same stories, right? After, like, you can't deny that. Motherfucker talking about, oh, he's staying with me for a year and, you know, something was going on. He's staying with me for a
he
year.
was a
Something was
kid.
going on. Like, come on, bro.
Like Usher was a kid, you know.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber was a kid.
was a
Like,
kid,
like all of these
And
guys.
then he like he's just a.
But my thing
And
is,
don't get me wrong, I love like I hate talking about these our people like that because growing up,
but it's
that was
lessons
that
for us to
nigga.
learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
You know what I'm
it is,
saying?
because-
What to do and what not to do. Like, you know.
but he makes it hard for you too because the shit that he approaches, like when he approached Justin Bieber, like, why you don't like to come and hang with me no more?
Right.
Fabulous.
Right.
Yeah, we party,
Right.
but we
He's
never
like, "Bro,
party.
you have my number." You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? I was like,
That was cringe as shit.
50 Cent said, I was
tried to buy
chilling
me
with the nigga. Niggas like,
said,
come on,
"Buy
man,
me
we need to go.
clothes."
He said, yeah, man. He said, come on, we need to kick it, man. Let me take you shopping. He's like, nigga,
Like, what? Buy me clothes. What? I know that shocked me too. I was like, stop it. And Chris Brown was like, negative-o. You know what I'm saying? He's like, when people start feeling like that, man, you know, you gotta really pay attention, know what's going on. Then you could then that interview when they asked him about it, he was just like, oh, well, you know what? I just thought I thought he could use some clothes. Just the look on his face told it all. Like, you got caught.
Yeah.
I was like, you a dumb guy.
And then you gotta look at how people treat their people too.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean?
He stars like anybody from Puff Daddy can't be like, you look back are in a better position. They either
Facts.
dead, broke,
Oh,
Yeah.
turn.
The only
Nut
one,
freak,
the
you know?
only one that could the only two.
Usher.
You know, Usher kind of fucked up.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
But I think
he's
he
messing-
just lived through it.
Right, he's messed up because he can't seem to get out of his sexual trend
Yes.
with women. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, dude, you gotta learn, you gotta know. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, that's gotta stop.
That's
You
what I
wonder
mean
why
by
you
balance.
keep making the same songs.
Facts. And that's what I mean by balance. Like Chris Brown. I'm gonna go back to Chris Brown. Chris Brown got songs to where it's like on I forgot man, I wanna say it off top, but on his new album, he's talking about it's called Anxiety. Don't let this brother get through. He's talking about being depressed and feeling anxiety, and you know what I'm saying. But it's just a different type of feel when it's not sexual because we know you could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like R. Kelly, I used to think that I could not. You know what I'm saying? We sung that at every graduation.
Right. You know what I'm
feel
talking
what I'm
about?
saying?
It was heartfelt. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do they still sing at the graduations? I don't think.
I don't know, man. I think they went to Baby Shark, dude.
Yeah.
Extra safe. But definitely though, I think, man, I just think the position of power shows you who you really are.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know, how you use that power. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And you know, that's what's important to the new generation. Like, you know, no matter how powerful you are, still respect people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the
boundaries.
day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's really what's gonna stand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like your reputation. You know what I'm saying? That money is nothing. It's gonna go away. It could go away like that. But your reputation, your reputation
Yeah.
on who you are, that never changes. Like that sticks with you forever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Real
you
talk.
know,
It's over when you
Meek
damn.
Mill making himself look bad, man.
Yeah, Twitter, man. Get
Tweaking.
the fuck off.
You need to do exactly what Diddy's doing.
He left the country. That's some guilty as shit, ain't it?
Yeah.
Think he's
Hey,
coming back?
man, he rich, man.
Right.
He
And
rich,
that money,
man.
you know what I'm saying? He's like, I gotta get away. I'm gonna show
Come
you
on, man.
what I can do with this money. You know what I'm saying?
All
And
the way to
that's-
Quincy Jones, like shit like that, man.
Yes, man. Like, come on, man. Like it's hard.
The
you know?
Olsen twin. But that's why I always said, like, ever since I heard Dave Chappelle say it, like calling people crazy, I don't do that. Like, even if you see somebody on the corner, I've had a better conversation with a person on the corner on whatever they own in life than some people that I meet that I'm with every day. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Facts, you know what I mean?
But the bottom line is you can't run. First of all, you can't run from your past.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
And people
so
gotta
important.
understand once you get that money, you have to know what, because it could be a gift. It's a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? Are you gonna take the Master P route? Look at all the Master P's artists. Yeah, Mystical's a fucked up dude. You know, whatever he doing. Mac went to prison, but he's one of the only people that can go get wrongfully. But he's the only people that can still go get everybody that's alive and do a tour. Cash Money can't do it. They beefing. Too much money was, wasn't given out.
Exchange or not exchange.
You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne tried to make a joke of it one day, and this is when I really knew P is one of us. You know, no matter what, he's one of the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter how big his car get, look at when Lil Romeo was like, man, I feel like we live in check to check, and he getting money. Man, I put y'all in position. What y'all talking about? You are Percy Miller's son. You know what I'm saying? But he said, Charlamagne asked him, he was like, man, is this true that you paid your artists in houses and cars? And he was like, yeah. He's like, that's more than the label will give these young dudes that's getting $20 million deals today. Right. He's like, you giving people $3, $4, $5 million up to, X amount of dollars. Yeah. And these kids ain't never lived nowhere. They've always been in the product. They don't even own no houses, cars, nothing. So at least I'm gonna give them a place to live, a place to stay.
And a nice little car.
You feel me?
Yeah,
And your family, like Snoop said. Snoop said when all that shit happened, he thought he was just ready to be done and go back to the streets. He was like, he did a feature for Master P. And he was like, how much you want for it? He was like, man, just give me like 5. He said he gave him a check for like 30.
Yeah.
Like, my nigga, we on you a legend, my nigga. Matter of fact, come on, let me show you something. Took him to a subdivision. Was like, hey,
Get my
man,
house.
pick out one of these houses. If you want to fuck with me, pick out any house you want. Cool. Took him to the lot. You and your wife get any car y'all want. Get y'all back on y'all feet. But P always said, once you take that money, you got to go to boot camp. You got to hit the studio every day. You got to whoop
You know what
every
I'm saying?
day.
Like I'm paying your way. You know what I'm saying?
You feel
gotta,
me?
You know, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you basically a job. You know what I'm saying? To do.
And that's sad that a lot of people can't tour.
Mm-hmm. Because they don't understand, like, you know, and the label will not tell you that. Like, a lot of this shit is still, you know, self-investation. You know what I'm saying? You need to invest in yourself still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to be a big artist.
Right.
The artists that are big, you know what I'm saying, are up and coming and are still building momentum. They lining pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's not they're not getting that for free.
Right.
I promise you, they lining pockets and they paying their way up.
Hell yeah.
You know why Drake's staying on top because he's lining pockets so hard.
Kickback City.
You know what I'm talking about? And try to mess with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
And he
you know,
Jewish.
XX Nation
People forget
sells
he's
a rap
Jewish.
for that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Brother Jew. He had a bar mitzvah and everything.
Really?
Yeah. But I think, y'all seen that everybody been unfollowing him.
Who,
Yeah.
Drake?
Yeah, I'm talking about tons of people that have been unfollowing him. But I think that everybody found out that he don't write shit.
He don't. No,
You know what I'm
Drake is
saying?
one of the biggest stealers, just like, you know,
Yeah.
just like Beyonce. Like Drake, Beyonce, and there's a couple of other few that are like really big that are just known for stealing songs. Puffy, of course, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Known for stealing songs or stealing the artist himself, you know what I'm saying?
Why do you think we are so easily what word am I looking for? Easily
Food.
food or
blind put over?
Yeah.
over because some stuff I listen to and people like, man, this is album of the year. I'm like,
It's not.
golly, like
Wax.
nothing's timeless. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and then people be like, people ain't making timeless music no more. That's cap.
You know what I'm talking about?
Cause back, let's go back once again. My nigga Drake. I mean, my nigga Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He always come out with like, I didn't like Gunna like that. The song that made me like Gunna, 2 songs that made me like Gunna a little bit. Travis Scott, that he had on Astro World with him, and Go to My Wrist.
Yeah.
I fucked with that. That and Heat. I feel like Heat is one of the greatest songs ever made. And Indigo came out years ago. But this drip got you in Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like, we just gotta, I just think, like we always say, it's a popcorn world. So when something blow up, like you said, a lot of people are putting in that money, but some people, the internet makes it to where you don't have to do anything.
Right.
If you drop a great song.
If you drop a great song, you know what I'm talking about? And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you know, I can't honestly wait. Honestly, if I get a shot, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna bring some music to I'm gonna bring the music to the world. Like, I'm not gonna cheat them none. And that's one of my things. Like, I really want to bring some music that's timeless, you know what I'm saying? Captivating enough to it last forever, whether it be a hyphy song or a love song or a pop song, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it lands on, you know, I feel like, and that's why I said it's hard to put me in a box because I really want that. You know what I'm saying? Just that I want it to be timeless. Whatever I land on, whatever genre it is, I want it to have a feeling that kind of lasts and can be put with any time. Like I got songs right now that are probably 6 years old. You be like, yo, you just made this one. I ain't dropped it. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
so
like that too, bro. I got a lot of stuff like
this
that
is
too,
my
bro.
proof. You know what I'm saying? And why I want it, why I know this song is timeless. Because it's one of those songs that has that kind of energy that it's like an R. Kelly. It's like an old R. Kelly song. And I want to show it to you. I just can't. Nobody's heard this yet.
It's all good.
It's crazy. Okay. It's called Turn It Up.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes, I promise you, it goes with any time. Like, you put this on at any club, anywhere.
Yeah. There you go. Mm. You ain't dropped yet?
Not yet.
Oh, man.
It's the reason why. I'll explain it in a minute.
Yeah.
The timeless factor is what I'm trying to prove.
Okay.
My shadow bitches hit me on my line. I'm like,
There you go.
on my channel. Let the bitches in, let them on the saddle, on the saddle, on the saddle.
Exclusive.
Make 'em
Big and
work,
lazy
work,
as that son, man.
work, 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 twerk, 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 drop it low and make it hurt till I.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not coming first.
Do my big
Don
and lazy
Julio
drop, Lock. Good beat.
Pacho. 1 a.m. Who knows? 1800, no chase. Take a green limousine straight to the face, straight turn it up.
That's a nice little, yeah. It is.
Real.
Yeah.
And I can see where you a writer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
You know
like,
what vibe I get though? And this is one of my most underrated favorite people. The Dream.
I
I fuck with the
The
drink.
Dream got he got of course the voice is there, but it's the lyrics.
Yeah,
It's
he's
the
a
shit
great
he say.
songwriter too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, believe it or not, he's dropped some
I
good
couldn't
songs.
give a
for
fuck
motherfuckers.
about the foreplay. I want it now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my nigga is golden.
Yeah.
Real talk. But that's the feel I get because it's great lyrics. Like
Yeah.
the voice is there, but it's like the lyrics is. I can fuck with that for real.
Yeah, appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So, that song I actually may drop that this year. And that actually has a video and everything to it. But I think I'm gonna redo the video because it doesn't quite give. It's got some amazing parts in it, but I've been trying to get some nice little twerk scenes in there, and I've been having
Ah, okay,
issues with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like
Hey, get with my man. He got a whole
I
He
got
got a whole
team. He got a
fly.
I ain't got no fucking fleet, but I want you in the right direction.
Because that's what I need. I'll pay them, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
to make it happen. Because I'm trying to get, the right scenes for this last little part, the twerk scenes, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is crisp and clean, you know what I'm saying?
Me, it sound like you in the club.
Right, yes,
VIP
dude.
guys.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
at a big ass party and
Yeah.
everybody's just, because that's what the scene is. Like, I threw a big ass party,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, at John Woo's little spot when, I don't know if he still lives there at the 800 when we was at the top. And
Yeah.
we had a whole bunch of people and we had bottles. It was just a blast, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I made it the scene like it was supposed to be, everybody having a blast, and but I just didn't have the twerkers, you know what I'm saying, that I needed because everybody
Yeah.
was all kind of scared, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The little stage fright thing everybody was. But if I know I had the right chicks, they'd be like, yo, this song,
yeah.
let's go.
And plus, the right one, her.
Right, exactly.
That's all I
Plus with
need.
that, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, so,
yeah.
it's not even a problem. It's just, I wasn't developed enough as an artist to really, have that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I made that song, now I'm developed as a person financially and mentally to understand what it's going to really take to make that song really go off. So that's why I haven't dropped it, because it's timeless. So I was like, this song right here, it's not going to lose position.
Yeah.
But what I really need to do is make everything else line up with it. So
Yeah.
when I do drop it,
It's
it
timeless.
carries that energy and it stays timeless, because
Right.
this song, I don't want it to go to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to sleep on it.
Then songs like that I can hear like in a movie, club scene in the movie, stuff like that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
a
can
lot of
definitely see
things.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's how I used to write. Like I used to kind of write like the visual.
yes.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I
So,
am. But
yes.
what's crazy for me when you said like like how you was then, just financially, and you just way in a better position.
Yeah.
That's what fucks me up about me as an artist. That I used to put a lot of money into the music,
Yeah.
but it's like as soon as I started getting some money, I was like, shit. And then we
Right.
started the podcast, and it was like, but I write all the time though, so it's like for me now, I would rather get signed as an artist. I mean, as a writer. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have to have, because I feel like that's the most intriguing thing to me about the whole music. Like,
It's-
like me and my wife, we had it started to turn into a real argument. Because she was like, she's like, she don't really care if they wrote or not. If it sounds great. I'm like, yes, R&B people, like Chris Brown said, he was like, it don't matter who wrote it, who gonna sing it.
Yo,
You know?
and that's the thing. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I write so hard. I'm like, and my buddies are like, yo, some of these songs, like, cause at first I wasn't thinking like that. It was like, yo, some of these songs you don't necessarily need to do. You need to sell them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause like, you know, that's a huge part of even making it. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting that song out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not necessary. You don't necessarily want to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's better to let somebody else do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've-
So the
I've
song
wrote
is out
people.
there beautifully. You know
You
what I'm
wrote
saying?
from.
Man, I wrote people trying to get, like, I wrote Bow Wow one time.
So
Oh, okay.
I got a song out called Pretty Girls. It's kind of old, but
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's one of them timeless songs because every time I let anybody hear it, like, they be like, man, like Miko, she still hits me up to this day and she'll say a lyric from it. And I met Miko 6 years ago
Really?
when I first let her, let
Yeah.
her hear it. But I just feel like, man, I was like, man, if somebody like Bow Wow get
We gotta
this,
get on
because
the pod.
because I hate, we can,
Yeah.
but I hate the fact that I loved Bow Wow so much as a kid, and I feel like that's all he had to do was what he was doing. Keep fucking with
Yeah.
Chris Brown,
try to go gangsta.
singing. Man, come
Yeah.
on, man. We don't want to hear you gangster, man. You puppy love. You feel me? Like we never got a part two. So
yeah. So that's another reason why, as an artist myself, that's why I'm very particular about what I introduce to the world, because, like you said, sometimes what you introduce to the world, somebody likes to stick you into that spot. You know what I'm saying? You're like, like your boy, what's that? Good Burger. He's so mad about everybody always being like, yo, your boy from Good Burger.
Yeah.
But dude, that was like one of your like top movies. Like, how can you
Yeah.
fault them? You know what I'm saying?
that's why God.
Did y'all like number 2?
I did.
Yeah.
For me, it was like my kids already seen the old one, so it was like more for me.
Uh-huh.
It was like, oh, it's like catching up. Like I always see the beauty and shit. Like that's why I can watch Tubi movies all day. Like the acting was horrible, but the writing was incredible. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a sucker for stories, like good ass stories. But
But it was a pleasure talking to you.
yes,
Man.
it was.
The number third artist, y'all ain't,
Oh, we never got that third artist from.
Oh, okay.
we already said him.
Who?
It's R. Kelly, unfortunately, because
Uh-huh.
he's, like I said, he's very underrated, but
Mm-hmm.
the man has...
You gotta separate I can separate
Right,
the man from music.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still listen to
Separating
R.
the
Kelly.
man from his
Yeah.
music.
And we got to, because
You
if
know
we
what I'm saying?
don't, I said this when we had the
Then we'll be
females.
destroyed. I mean, look at one of our greatest artists in the world that passed away, Lord bless his heart, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we can't separate his music from the man,
We
you know
have
what I'm saying?
nothing.
You,
We have
Is that-
nothing.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Cliff Huxtable.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
He will
yeah.
always be Cliff Huxtable.
You know what I mean?
Who? Bill Cosby?
Yeah, but that's the only thing I don't agree with. If it's a nigga I can go to bat for, it would be bruh.
Bill Cosby?
It would be like he's a monster. I'm like the man been married for 60 years. First of all,
But he admitted to doing it though.
yeah, and he signed the NDA saying y'all can't come and get me for this shit. But my thing is, he's been married since he started. 50, 60 years he's been married.
Uh-huh.
I always tell my young boys this: y'all getting Airbnbs, hotels. It's all room for disaster when you're doing this. Because first things first, when I was young, I used to think the hotel was for sex.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like I'm like, oh, we going to the hotel? Not to have sex for a kid, but it's like, oh, we can go to the hotel.
Yeah.
You
Uh-huh.
feel me? All these women coming up to the hotel, kicking it with this man.
What do you think?
What do y'all think y'all here for?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And then you wake up 40 years later talking about Bill raped me.
I just woke up from
Come
when,
on, man.
when I
Yeah.
took the last.
That was a hell of a narcotic. Put you down for 30 years, man.
God damn.
You feel what I'm saying? That's some to me. That's some sucker shit. But I think I think we even now. When people be like, "Man, that's some white people shit." Or, "That's some white people."
Right, yeah.
'Cause we be doing some shit too, man.
Right, we do some of the most fucked up sexual shit that's not
Yes.
really captivated like that. But then you got, the white people that are serial killers that eat your nutsack and
Yeah.
all that shit,
Water.
eat your kids. I'm like, y'all niggas is too much. Hey,
Nah, facts though. Everybody wanted me to watch Jeffrey Dahmer. And I
You ain't
told them
watch
straight
it?
up. Fuck no. You want to know why I didn't watch Jeffrey Dahmer? You 39, you 34,
Yep.
5.
4.
I'm 32. So it's like we could all grew up in the same household as brothers,
Yeah.
and we all remember watching something on TV that you can't stop watching.
Uh-huh.
I remember it was the first time we moved in Shavley, and I was probably like 9, 8, 9. And on the ID channel was the Jeffrey Dahmer story. The shit was like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
When I tell you I didn't sleep for weeks,
Yeah, he was a
not
wild
good.
guy. Yeah.
So when people was like,
Right.
it came out, and I'm like, man, I don't know why y'all want to watch that, man. Like, I hate that they glorify people like that too. Like, John Wayne Gacy got a new one out. Like, I'm like, bro, why y'all keep making shit about these serial killers, man?
Right.
Like,
I don't think what's her name? Gypsy Rose.
yeah.
She shouldn't be glorified. She was she was
I don't know, man. Her mama was fucked up.
It is though, but
I would've
that's
not
same-
Messed up too because she played the part.
yeah,
Definitely
you know.
did. She definitely did. She lured that slow ass nigga in too. Like, yeah, like my mom is so fucked up. I could not take her voice.
I know. I never.
But her mama was a fuck. She deserved what she got. I never say that.
I ain't gonna say deserve, but
I never say that about people.
yeah.
She deserved what the fuck she got.
But that same
Because she
computer.
bred that.
Look,
Come on,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? When you breed something like that, you
It's just
gotta,
like you walking down the street. It's your first time outside,
yeah.
and your mama been telling you all this fucked up shit in the house, and you go outside and you like. People don't take you well because you don't know anything about outside until somebody be like, nah, man, you ain't supposed to go that way. You supposed to go that way. But mom said never go this way or
Yeah.
do this and that. That's why I don't shelter my kids. Like my wife be like, why you say that to him? Or why you know what I'm saying? Because when they go out in the world and somebody introduce them to it, you know what I mean?
it's gonna be different.
It's different. Like
You want 'em to be-
You know what I'm
I
saying?
caught my son smoking before, and
Really?
he's only 12. But I'm
Weed?
I'm a dad
Oh.
that's been in his house, has been in his life since he's been born.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can,
Times are different.
and it's very different. But I took from it as this. When I sat him down after I got in his shit, you feel me? He got jumped. Me and his mama damn near jumped him. You feel me? You feel me? But at the same time, I let him know, I'm like, you want to know why you fucked up? First of all, it's not your shit.
Right.
You can go, and that can go in many places. You can go be with some people and they smoking and shit, but that's not your weed. You don't know where it came from. You know where's, you know what I'm saying? That's first. Second, why rush to grow up so quick, bro?
Right.
Like I didn't have nobody to tell me like, because we was sneaking so good.
Yeah.
Like, so to getting caught is about OG. Like y'all young niggas is crazy.
Right.
But getting caught by your parent is like, it could go two ways. You can
How did he get caught? Like, was he just?
Man, we just, we used to live at a mall right behind St. Matthews.
Yeah.
And we went to the mall and we was like, we'd be right back. And he's like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We did not smoke before we left. You know what I'm saying? We just got up and went.
Mm-hmm.
So when we came back, that's all I smelled was weed. It was kind of foggy in the house.
Ah.
And if we smoke, we in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will do. Get the fuck out of my room, get out my space. You know what I'm saying? Let me be grown. Y'all go be kids. You know what I'm saying? So when I went back to the room, we both walked, and I wasn't gonna say nothing to my wife because I kind of don't, because she turns up. I'm the dad that Kevin Hart was right. He'd be like, "Don't y'all be in that toilet. You ain't gotta even get up." Like, you feel me? That's how kind of dads are. But I'm the dad that like I don't want to kind of amp her up because that can ruin our week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna like get in this shit myself. Like, my nigga, if you in my shit, my nigga, you. But the first thing she did when we went back into the room hit me. It smelled like Febreze, like the little shit
Yeah.
they put in the plugins. So I was like, oh man.
Ah.
The first thing she was like, you been smoking?
Yeah.
So we goes back in the living room, and bro, he had heated up some shit, and I think he tried to burn it or something to get the smell out. It was barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I walked back to the back. I said, make him rub his hands together.
Mm-hmm.
She did. And she smelt his hands, and that's all. I went in there. I just seen her. She's welling on this. Little,
Ah, man.
you know what I'm saying? But I was that age when I started dibbling and dabbing, but I had nobody to tell me, hey, man, if you consume this with your time, this can ruin your time.
Right,
I say the same thing to him about sex. Like, you feel me, bro? Masturbation, sex, all of that shit it consumes
your
people.
time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people got enough balance to be like, you know, especially when you get older as a man, but I'm trying to tell them, like, their pleasures don't get consumed with it. You like music, you like to play music, you like to play the piano. Consume yourself with shit that can make you some.
Right, but even still, you gotta learn how to
Balance.
manage and balance the times out.
Definitely.
How long you're doing things, because
Definitely.
you know, as a grown man, you know, you got family, you got business, you got you got self-time that you need to all balance out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all those things, if you don't balance it out, then you find yourself in way too much turmoil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With life itself, let
Balance.
alone the people, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, that are involved and not that sort of thing. So like you may not think it's gonna affect them, you know what I'm saying, but
Or you.
right, or you,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, but do too much of one thing
Yeah.
and see what it does. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It throws things out of whack. So, you know, gotta teach them that, you know, that's for sure, you know. So yeah.
This is kind of off subject. You know that post she made, Gypsy Rose, like that Facebook post that
When
bitch
she
is
get
dead?
out. Oh yeah.
It's still up to this day.
Yeah. It
It's
is.
crazy, ain't it?
It is.
You can go look at it and like it's the original comments from 8 years ago. That
Yeah.
she's dead and she deserved it, but it's been a pleasure talking to you, man.
Yes, sir.
This is one of the best conversations we didn't had.
Yes, sir.
And before we get out of here, besides the Jammin Smokehouse, you gotta give us something good to eat and something good to watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as far as good to eat, that's a hard one because I like to eat. So, I'm sure you guys have heard of steak and bourbon.
Yeah.
That's one place to eat, but another place I would have to say, I'm bougie. Like
He is too,
I'm
though.
thinking about the, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, particular things. I like steak and bourbon for their steaks.
Mhm.
And then, okay, so something that blew my mind that I was not expecting was carrot cake. And I'm not a big
Carrot
fan of carrot cake. I don't really like carrot cake. Like, for real, my dad's a big fan of it. But if you like a good cake and something that's going to just shock you, Jay Alexander's has the most amazing carrot cake I've ever had. And I just recently discovered it probably about a month ago.
Really?
Do they serve it cold? Cause that's like the only
No,
time I can eat it.
They serve it warm, but you can
Okay.
get it cold too.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
if you get it to go, they'll serve it to you cold. But when they serve it to you at the table, it's gonna be warm. And it's got pineapples and all kinds of good stuff in
Damn,
it.
Jay Alexander.
Dude, it blew my mind. I was like, what? This came from this. You know, they got all kinds of spectacular things that are kind of seasonal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that one's there all year. Another good thing that they have is if y'all mess with seafood, oysters, fried oysters,
I like fried oysters.
they make the best fried oysters. And you wouldn't even think that.
Damn.
Yeah.
But they only make them every so often and they get them from a specific coast. And there's a few coasts that you can get them from, but they get it from a specific coast. I can't remember it right now, but
It's like seasonal.
yes.
Yeah.
And they are the best oysters I've ever seen ever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, seen and tasted. Like they got like a delicate crisp to them. They're not overcooked, and you know what I'm saying. And they come with a relish garnish. Phenomenal. Okay, like can't beat it. Okay, those are my two places as far as food. Music.
Something
Yeah.
to watch.
Something good to watch.
Okay, something good to watch. Oh.
Took the shades off of this one.
There is. Oh, I'm trying to think. It was a Chinese. Unfortunately, it was a. I can't remember the name of it right now. Okay, we're gonna switch that. Have y'all gotten into the new Avatar yet?
I watched it with my kids, but I fell asleep.
I watched the first episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. I watched the latest movie.
And that's not a movie. It's like a
It's
TV show.
like a new TV show.
But it's
you know what I'm
live, like
saying?
real people.
It was so long, though. I fell asleep on that movie.
Yeah, yeah. The live action shows are like they're still pretty lengthy. They're actually like almost an hour long.
Yeah.
each show,
Damn.
but they are. It's phenomenal. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like they did really good with the graphics, the actual artists themselves. You know how you know sometimes they can have bad artists. They actually line up really well. Everything
I haven't
lines
seen a
up
bad
solid.
Avatar,
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nor have I like even the old movie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That came out was pretty
It was.
phenomenal.
They needed a part two. Like they kind of left us.
I know, I was like, why they do that?
They came out with
Cliffhanger.
one like a year ago, didn't they? It's a new one out.
It is.
Yeah, it's a one besides the show y'all talking about.
I ain't know her.
and that was real long. But you know they say it's supposed to be us.
What?
Avatar. Like how
Avatar.
we
Not
used
that.
to- how
Not
we
that
used to live.
Avatar.
That Avatar,
You-
like
We talking about Avatar: The Last Bender. Remember the
yeah,
cartoons that be on Nickelodeon?
The Airbender,
The little dude with the arrow on his head.
Yeah, but I never watched that stuff.
Ah, that's good.
It's
You thinking of the little
fire, bro.
blue people avatars, not that one.
Yeah, those, yeah, definitely.
Damn, I ain't get tapped in, though.
Yeah,
but
that Avatar.
It's dope. Like he's an airbender. Like he controls air. Then they got people that got fire.
I know
Control
they
fire.
got the streak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know they maneuver the elements of Earth.
Yeah, that's
you know,
crazy. It's a good
that
show.
that could pertain easily as well because goes back. You know what I'm saying, to things that we possibly
Supernatural.
right? Yeah, I wouldn't even. Man, it's probably more than that. You know what I'm saying, because the things that they do in these things is talking about a lot of this airbending and stuff like that. That's harmonics. You know what I'm saying? Harmonics and sound vibrations. You know what I'm saying? The air bending and the earth bending, and even to create fire. You know what I'm saying? It takes friction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about vibrations and sounds and things like that. That's how they say that the pyramids were built was air bending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I was like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does
you know
make
what I'm
sense
saying?
when you think about it.
To be able to move something that damn big, you know what I'm saying?
Without the
2,000
Yeah.
and 5,000 pound
Blocks,
boulders, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Then being able to move that sort of stuff with air, you know what I'm saying? And vibrations, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's phenomenal. And they can't replicate it. You know what I'm saying? Not even with some of the biggest machines.
Trying to
that
blame
we
it on
have.
aliens. Come on.
Yeah.
Right, like, come on.
I think
man.
they was chilling too with us.
They was chilling.
Yeah.
They was
I just think
chilling.
they can connect with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, see, they say the divine intervention has a lot to do with that Inky and his brother. You know what I'm saying? They were technically aliens. You know what I'm saying? And they made us. You know what I'm saying? There was already a Homo sapien species, which we know as the Neanderthals. You know what I'm saying? Or not even Neanderthals. Something before them. You know what I'm saying? Because Neanderthals came further down the line.
Yep, after.
But there was something, because we know of what's that movie? Girl that morphed into with Morgan Freeman, Lucy. Okay,
Yeah.
Lucy was the first female. You know what I'm saying? She was technically an ape. You know what I'm saying? So it was, introduces the ape species, and then they said it had a divine intervention at that moment, at those moments in time, and that's what created us, and we became more elevated in mind. You know what I'm saying? So it was able to do things. But Inky and them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they possessed powers to be able to do. Not only was they doing alchemy, they were doing a lot of mental telepathy. They were doing things that we would consider supernatural.
Yeah.
But it was just really beyond that. You know what I'm saying? It was reality, you know what I'm saying, for them. You know what I'm saying? And there were supposedly gods, you know what I'm saying, that created us, that made, that were already doing things that just are beyond explanation. You know what I'm saying? So the pyramids and all this stuff came along. But, these things, I feel like it wasn't supernatural. It was just something that we could do that we've lost over time. That kind of,
Even in the caves, they showed drawings. Like
Right.
a Muslim cat showed me that. He showed me like the drawings in there and how it'd be somebody at the top of this drawing with a phone to look like, and it'd be at the bottom, but they was
and the different beings that were being drawn up, you know what I'm saying, and onto these walls, the ant people, you know what I'm saying, all
the
this-
giants.
Right, the giants, you know what I'm saying, which were technically some of the first supernatural beings, because that's what Inky and his brother were considered. You know what I'm saying? They were considered giants, you know what I'm saying? And there was 8 of them that actually came down, or 13 of them. It was 13 giants, but Inky and his brother were the leaders of them, you know what I'm saying? And they had the ability to mess with, the DNA, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. They were doing just a lot of scientific stuff back then, you know what I'm saying, that they don't really talk about, but we were far more than what we are, you know what I'm saying, back then than what we are now, you know what I'm saying, just because we've been disconnected from our truest source of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, and we've been dumbed down to be distracted by things in the world versus what we are truly innate to. You know what I'm saying? That's why that big question, what's our truest purpose? You know, we've been distracted from that, you know. So,
Got deep on us.
you know,
Yes, sir.
but it could be worse. You know, our truest purpose could be a lot more sinister than what we even think about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's food for thought. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Like, you know, we are more.
Still.
You know, I'm still.
Left us
you know
with a
what I'm saying?
cliffhanger. Left, ended the show on making us think. Making the audience think and ponder on something. Man.
Yes, sir.
That was a good closeout
More
right there.
than meets the eye.
Yeah. So, where can they find your food truck? Where?
Okay, so how you find my food truck is you look on Jammin Smokehouse on IG and Facebook, but I would say more so IG because I always post on IG, and you know how you can link the two to post, but sometimes they don't always act like
Right,
they,
I
you know what I'm saying?
understand.
They don't always link up like they supposed to. So the best place to find me is IG, Jammin Smokehouse, JAMMIN Smokehouse, you know what I'm saying? All one word on IG. And it'll pop up immediately because I'm like the only one in the world, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
with the name, so it's not really hard to find me. And I always post where I'm at, normally how
Yes.
long I'm gonna be there, and that's pretty much how you find me, you know. And also on Fridays and Saturdays on Barstown Road, I'm always normally there. Definitely Saturday. Some Fridays are kind of iffy. If it's kind of slow, I might skip it just because, you know, it costs to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not making the money, you know, I try not to waste my fuels and my time. So, you know, but Saturdays are a day that I very rarely miss. If it's just gonna be pouring flat out,
Yeah.
just that's the only time you know. But even sometimes if it's like a light drizzle, I'll pull that bad boy out there and I'll pull out tents for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you'll be covered from the rain. You know what I'm saying? So you can still come get some food. You know what I mean? Because I know people still gotta eat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to beat the mean machine. So just come see you, boy. That's how you find me. You know?
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, man. Where you get your entertainment, you'll find Big and Lazy Podcast, man. That's for sure.
And I do food reviews too. So
Yes, sir.
_ BFINES. So if you want your business reviewed, holler at me, hit my DMs, and
All day.
we'll get that together. And we're gonna end it just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Blue, baby.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
I need my fork, man. I'm just
Yeah.
Bitch in its prime.
Hey, on the way
You can
here,
get
I
it
was
wet,
like,
get it
dear
dry.
God,
You
this
can
shit-
get the sauce on the side. So good that you can't deny. Get some wings, man, get a thigh. That flavor drip gets me high. Roll my eyes back in the sky. Make me dance through the pepper slide.
This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network.